Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate that you're taking the time out of your busy day to be with us, like you have done before. That's a key part of our community, so really appreciate that. We got an amazing program for you today. We got some really cool things lined up. So first of all, we have some really cool product launches that I've been looking forward to show you for a long time. Secondly, we have some of our amazing customers. They're going to give you some insight to how they think and how they work with content. And last but not least, we have Matthew Lunn. Matthew has spent his life telling stories. Do you also love movies like Toy Story and Monsters, Inc? That's Matthew. And today he's here with me, and he's going to share his secrets and insights with us. Can't wait. That's at the end, so stay put with us. But first, let's talk about content, let's talk about strategy, and let's talk about business. What really drives your business? What is really important for your success over the next couple of years? Strategy is often thought of as this big fancy thing that executives and board do. And yes, kind of is that. But at the same time, strategy is in what you do, in decisions you make, in the intentionality that you have as teams. If you don't know what drives your business, it's really hard to make it grow. One of the things that I love to do in my job is to meet with companies and understand what drives their business and how they think about their success. Recently, I met with a hotel company. They don't own any hotels. They view themselves as kind of a marketplace between the hotel guests and the hotel property owners. And this is a big famous brand. Of course, their job is to drive people into the hotels, but equally important is their communication with the hotel property owners and their teams. They have to make it efficient so that they can capture their concept and make it a good way to work for the hotel property owners. Otherwise, they could just take their hotels to the competitor next door. Content is important for making that relationship work. I also met with a fashion brand. This fashion brand is really successful, growing really fast. And a key driver of their business is, of course, their product drops that drives a lot of people to their digital properties. But equally important, key driver of their success is how they're able to take those visitors and show them the portfolio of products they have, how they want to buy more. They do that through storytelling. This is content. And lastly, I recently met with a media company, and they make magazines. And of course, key part of their success is writing good magazine articles. But did you know that equally important for them is them enabling commerce on top of their editorial content, either through affiliate networks like Amazon or selling directly on their own properties? This is also content. Maybe more expressed as metadata and product data, but this is content. If you don't know what drives your business, how can you make the right choices? How can you align your business? Too often, we find ourselves in this endless game of tactical catch-up. And then we're not thinking intentionally. Then we're not enabling our teams to work strategically. Once you have this insight though, this is why I love meeting these companies who really understand this business, you look at your business through a different lens. And you can start making decisions and prioritize resources around the core initiatives that really move the needle. And content is a key part of moving that needle. How often don't we find our teams of brilliant, smart, well-intended people working in different directions because they're not aligned? One of the most important jobs I have as a CEO of Sanity is making sure that we have a common view of what's important and that we're executing on some core initiatives, and that we work in the same direction. So we multiply the efforts of our teams. It's also too often that we find that systems are working against us, working against our teams. They have to spend hours doing busy work or working in weird ways because some software vendor thought this is the way you should work. I call this one size fits no one, and we should not accept it. It may sound as a cliche, but it's so important and is lacking in the industry how you can enable people to work intentionally. We created Sanity with the target of being a platform for working strategically with content. We enable you to shape the system after your business logic. We make it adaptable, customizable, extensible, so that you can encode your business logic into the content model and into the workflows the way you are working. We do that so that your teams could work collaboratively, so that their efforts can compound. And we make content data reusable from a single source of truth. And we enable you to easily connect your systems. Not that you have to move all your content or all your data into Sanity, but you could connect these different systems to amazing APIs and ways of thinking about content that makes it natural to bring your content through Sanity, to have this one way of working with content. We try to find a name for this, to come up with a way of talking about this. And we call this the content fabric. The content fabric is a mindset more than it is a system. It's about connecting your teams, your content, your systems, and your customers, so that you can deliver the right communication, the right content in the right place at the right time. Not bombarding your customers or the end users of whatever you're making with busy noise, but be precise of what you want to achieve. The content fabric is as important for the hotel chain that need to communicate with the hotel owners as it is for the fashion brand that need to tell better stories to their customers. And equally important for the magazine companies that need to tie together the content into their commerce efforts. A company that really embraces this way of thinking, that have understood the way of working and thinking about this as a content fabric, is Tecovas, down in Austin, Texas. We sent Simon, our co-founder and CTO, down to visit Kevin and his team to see how they are working.
Is that your first ride?
That was my first time at the ranch ever. It's my first time in Texas. It's my first time in proper boots. It's my first time in a cowboy hat. This is a lot of firsts for me. So I'm here in Austin, in Texas, to meet my heroes at Tecovas. This is a team that really understands how to build an effective e-commerce operation that feels alive and present. I'm gonna learn how they do it, and in the end, we're gonna distill their secret, and I'm gonna share it with you.
I want to build teams that are focused on either solving specific problems for our customer experience or making internal processes more efficient so that our small teams that we have can be more strategic. Right out of the gate, I knew that I wanted to find a way to help unify some of the systems we have. We're setting a product up to probably 95% done at this point in Sanity, and then they're able to launch that product in the same day. And Sanity starts to kind of be the central repository for how we're managing all of our product information. We did that just with 3 engineers total.
You're moving me to tears again. Amazing, thank you.
I've got Kleenexes around here somewhere. Yeah.
This is like a classic spot.
Yeah.
It looks like a movie set, to be honest.
Really?
I see myself as someone that's going to deliver the digital merchandisers the right tools to do their job in like an effective and quick way. Get their heads out of like all the little minutia and the busy work, and get to the stuff that actually matters to them, rather than here's everything, have fun, see you in a few days. So
the kind of content just drives the e-commerce engine and also the experience. You just
Exactly.
like bring one change and it just percolates out.
yeah, I mean, at this point, Sanity really is our content source of truth.
We definitely just continue to think of ways to try to automate processes so that I can focus on bigger picture things and performance. This is one of our horseman boots.
Oh yes, you can actually mount a spur.
You can mount a spur on the back, yeah. This is the Savannah. It's definitely more of your going out date night boot. Our boots serve such different purposes, so I think it's important to make sure that we have that differentiation across, the PDP. We have a ranchwear collection, and then we have a wedding collection, and we are launching our music and festival campaign on Thursday. Continuously offering newness to our customer, which is really great and exciting. So great to be able to have so many ways to feature this now across our site, and we can do it ourselves, which is amazing.
What was your tagline again as a brand?
Don't go gently.
Yes, that's what we're going to do now.
Don't
a little
go
bit
gently. Go for it.
A
That's
little
right.
bit gently, maybe,
Yeah, maybe
first time.
start gently and then go. We set out and designed 12 to 15 modules that we call them inside of our Sanity studio. And that allows us to have a homepage that looks different every single time we want to make a new homepage, but we're using the same types of content blocks to build that homepage for what we need to actually get done for that particular campaign.
You have the same module system for your kind of category pages, for your
Homepages, category pages, and those modules
you
can be
also
reused
have
on
them in
collections.
PDPs.
That's
right. So every PDP can be as customized as
We can
necessary.
add those modules where we need to. That's
The
exactly right.
storytelling goes everywhere.
That's
exactly.
right. So each color inherits the parent information, but then could have its own custom description or details if there were more specific product information that we wanted to share for this colorway. So we've got care guides here set up in Sanity for Bison and for Lizard and for Python and Goat. And so these are generic care guides that get automatically linked to our colorways because that is a goat. We're able to do that automatically for our merchants, so they don't have to worry about that anymore.
This is how it should be done.
Exactly.
This is like exactly how it should be done.
And they don't need an engineer to go connect all that up.
No,
It's
because
all
you
set
run
up for them.
everything from in here. This is like your Houston
Mission
control
control.
center.
That's right.
Exactly.
Mission control.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly right. Yeah.
It seems like you're building this framework to kind of give the team the right expressivity, the right efficiency to do the things that matter to the business.
Exactly.
And everything else you take away.
Exactly. You know, I want to build tools and systems that at no point should I have to say, no, I can't do that. It's more of, should we do that?
Exactly.
Is actually the question.
Does it matter to the business?
Is it actually worth doing? And if the answer is yes, well, then we've got a stack and the ability to go and do it.
Yeah.
I don't want my stack to be a limitation for our capabilities.
No.
It needs to be an enabler.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Simon. Did you see that? They work together as a team, not like specialists working in silos. And then combine their systems, connect their systems, create automation and framework so that their content team can focus on what really matters. And as Kevin said, the question shouldn't be if you could do it. The question is if you should do it. So that this crazy idea that someone has in marketing isn't crazy because someone says that that's not impossible to do, but it could be crazy because of the crazy impact it could have on your business. So the content fabric is a way we think about how to work strategically with content. Since we started building Sanity years ago, we always wanted to extend into the earlier workflows of the creative phase. For months, I've been looking forward to this moment. Today, we are launching Sanity Create, a new product created specifically for the content creators. And our vision is simple: an efficient way for content creators to work with machines, to work together, to enable high quality content at scale that is connected to the content fabric. Simon, why don't you take it away and tell us more about Sanity Create?